Chapter 014. You are listening at Mtlnovel The skeleton warrior's hand rose and fell, and the energy shield suddenly distorted violently. The mage's face changed drastically, and with just one sword, his energy shield was almost broken. What attributes do these skeletons have, and the attack power is so terrifying? There was no time for him to think more, and the knife of the second skeleton warrior also fell. The energy shield broke in response to the sound, turning into 10,000 points of starlight and dissipating. Resist the ring of fire. The mage released a skill again, and a huge ring of fire erupted, and several skeletons that approached were suddenly pushed out by the ring of fire more than 10 meters away. There was no time to rejoice for a second, and there was darkness in front of him, and two skeletons had jumped overhead. He was never given the opportunity to use his skills again. The sword light flashed, and the mage's head soared into the sky. In less than 2 seconds, the mage died. The archers were also chased and killed by the skeleton warriors at this time, and they were very embarrassed, witnessing the mage being killed. His eyes were filled with fear. He is much more flexible than mages, but he is still much worse than skeleton warriors with agility up to 3,000 points. He constantly uses dodge skills in an attempt to escape the encirclement of skeleton warriors. Unfortunately, repeated efforts have finally come to naught. As the skeleton warrior pressed closer, there was less and less room for him to maneuver. Compared to dead mages and dying archers, knights are in a much better position. The knight was glowing like a light bulb, and he launched his charging skill again and ran towards the distance. This layer of light was stronger than the mage's energy shield, protecting him firmly. Even if the skeleton warrior's knife falls on him, it cannot cause him harm. It's extreme defense. I didn't expect this knight to master this skill. Lin Moyu thought of the knowledge of this skill. This is one of the core skills of a knight. Once launched, the defense will become extremely strong in a short period of time. I don't know how strong it is. Someone has tried. A level 20 knight is performing extreme defense, and can withstand the attack of a level 40 mage. Although it can only withstand a while, it is enough to show how strong the extreme defense skill is. A knight who masters extreme defense and a knight who does not master extreme defense are like two classes. However, extreme defense is not such an easy skill to learn. There is no corresponding skill book. You can only use skill scrolls to learn. There's a lot of randomness. The knight frantically escapes against extreme defense. There was a scream behind him, and he knew that the archer was also dead. The mage and archer died in quick succession, and he was completely terrified. How could these skeleton warriors be so terrifying? I already knew that he wouldn't come, and it wasn't worth losing his life for Zhang. Intermediate skill scroll. Use skills. Block him, don't let him escape. Lin Moyu gave the order. It is impossible for him to let the knight escape. Since he kills, he will kill it clean. Red light appeared on the skeleton warrior's knife at the same time. Rage hit. Deals 200% damage to the target. Skeleton warriors with a strength of up to 3,000 points will suddenly double their damage power after using their skills. Also uses skills. The knight is revenant. The skeleton warrior is terrifying enough, and he even uses skills, which is against the sky. The large knife flashing red fell on the knight. The white light on the knight's body suddenly dimmed a lot. Then the second one, the third one. The duration of the extreme defense is 1 minute, and this is in the absence of attack. The more intense the attack, the shorter the duration of the extreme defense. One by one, the skeleton warriors desperately came up to launch their skills, and the duration of extreme defense was drastically shortening, and more skeleton warriors have surrounded them, cutting off the knight's retreat. Very desperate. More than 10 seconds later, the knight was unwilling to be divided by the skeleton warrior. Either don't do it, don't be soft when you do it. This is also what Lin Moyu told Lin Moyu. And Lin Moyu also did this. All dead. NaN has not reacted until now. From the beginning to the end of the battle, it takes only about 20 seconds. All three have already been killed, and the initiator didn't even move, just stood here. Lin Moyu nodded. NaN was right, they were indeed dead. The skeleton warrior ran back, holding a lot of things. When a professional dies, the contents of the storage space fall out. The skeleton warriors picked them all up. Bronze level Carmen staff, spirit plus 20, can increase the power of mage skills by 5%, available after level 18. Bronze level Carmen battle bow, agility plus 20, increase the power of bow and arrow skills by 5%, available after level 18. Bronze level Carmen sword, strength plus 10, physique plus 10, increase the power of offensive skills by 5%, available after level 18. Bronze level Carmen Shield, physique plus 20, increase defensive skill effect by 5%, available after level 18. Chapter 20, New Skills, Corpse Burst. 4 pieces of weapons and equipment are neatly placed in front of you. Bronze level weapon, the weapon flashes with a blue-white light, which is somewhat similar to the luster on the skeleton warrior, NaN said. These are all weapons obtained from the copy of the Carmen Orc Legion. Lin Moyu was a little puzzled, he had not heard of this copy. NaN saw that Lin Mo did not understand the language and continued to explain, the Carmen Orc Legion. Copy is a level 20 copy outside Shanghai City, and the 3 of them often brush copies there. Lin Moyu nodded. These 4 pieces of bronze level equipment are of little use to him, but they can be sold for some money. He put away the 4 pieces of bronze equipment unceremoniously, and NaN didn't say anything about it. There are still some materials left, such as wolf skin, animal bones, and green bud grass, which are not too many. Lin Moyu was also not polite and accepted it all. No matter how small the mosquito is, it is also meat and can be sold for money. After putting away the weaponry and materials, only one thing remains, beginner skill scroll. Introduction. Skills below level 20 can be obtained, and it is possible to acquire acquired skills. Unexpectedly, it turned out to be a junior skill scroll. This scroll is worth 100,000 gold coins, which is very valuable. Lin Moyu held the scroll and was considering whether to use it himself or sell it for money. NaN asked, "You shouldn't have used the elementary skill scroll yet, right?" Lin Moyu nodded. It was indeed used. Then you can use it. Although there is a probability of acquiring skills that have already been learned, it is also possible to learn new skills. No, you're not trying to sell for money. Isn't it? Are you so short of money? A junior skill scroll, it's not a high-level scroll, it's not worth a few bucks. In NaN's mouth, 100,000 gold coins didn't seem to be much money. Apparently her family is extraordinary. Lin Moyu held the skill scroll. How to use it? NaN chuckled. It's very simple, you can use the scroll by holding it and say that you can use it. Lin Moyu did not doubt and did so. Use. There was no movement on the scroll. NaN said, "Oh, no, you don't say loud enough, you have to say it loudly." Lin Moyu looked at her and did not try a second time. He hasn't used it, but he's not stupid. What sound is too small to believe at all? When Lin Moyu guessed the method of use, he directly used his spiritual power to stimulate the skill scroll. NaN was looking at Lin Moyu with a look of anticipation, waiting for him to shout out the 2 words, but Lin Mo never called. Suddenly, the skill scroll burst out with brilliant light, shrouding Lin Moyu. NaN snorted, looking disappointed. You found it. She wanted to tease Lin Moyu, but Lin Moyu found the right way to use it. Very failed. The skill scroll turned into a ball of light and enveloped Lin Moyu. Acquisition skill, Corpse Burst. Corpse Burst, level 1, detonate the corpse, and deal 10% damage to the corpse's health to enemies within 1 meter. A new skill was acquired, and the scrolls were not wasted. Corpse Burst is currently in a level 1 state, which means that this is a skill that can only be mastered at level 10. Looking at the skill introduction, it seems that at first glance there is nothing outstanding. The range is only 1 meter. 1 meter is enough for what? Too small, and the power is caused by the health of the corpse. This corpse's health value. Lin Moyu can be understood. In the eyes of necromancers, corpses are also alive. Chapter 017. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Killing 1 monster here is equivalent to 10 monsters outside, and killing monsters is only a second or 2, not much slower. In this way, the leveling speed is naturally faster. Lin Moyu felt that he should find the right direction and immediately issued an order. The skeleton warrior flash rushed into the quest passage with a click, like an unstoppable army, rushing all the way. Kill level 14 Goblin Mine Guard. Experience plus 4,200, get bones *5. Kill level 14 Goblin Mine Guard, experience plus 4,200. Get fur *6. A message appears. Experience began to grow rapidly, and so did the number of materials. The detailed map of the copy in Lin Moyu's mind quickly formed. A copy of the mine, as its name suggests, is a mine. There are many passages inside, which extend in all directions. No matter which channel you choose, you will eventually reach the end of the quest. Generally, other teams will choose one of them to advance, unlike Lin Moyu. There are skeleton warriors in every passage. He did not let go of all the monsters in the corners and killed everything he could. Only 5 minutes after entering the quest, an upgrade light appeared on Lin Moyu's body, finally level 11. After the upgrade, his mental power was fully restored, and Lin Moyu immediately summoned 4 skeleton warriors to join the team. The number of skeleton warriors also reached 56. Name, Lin Moyu. Class, Necromancer, only. Level, 11, 0%. Strength, 120, Agility, 120, Spirit, 40/400. Physique, 120. Equipment, none, Summoning Space, 56/110, Skeleton Warrior, Quantity, 56. Talent, Full Increase, Level 2, Unique, Passive Skill, Damage Transfer. Active Skill, Soul Flame, Level 10, Summon Skeleton Warrior, Level 11, Corpse Burst, Level 1, Full Increase, Level 2, the effect of all skills is increased by 20 times. Damage Transfer, all damage taken by the wizard himself is borne by the summon. Soul Flame, Level 11 burns the target's soul, causing burning damage, and the power is determined according to its own spiritual power and skill level. Summon Skeleton Warrior, Level 11 summon a bronze skeleton warrior, Corpse Burst, Level 1, detonate the corpse, and deal 10% damage to the corpse's health to enemies within 1 meter. View your properties. After level 10, the increase in basic attributes has become greater. The strength and agility physique used to increase by 10 points per level, but now it has become 20 points. Mental power increased by 100 points. As the level increases, the increase in attributes will become larger and larger after that. Lin Moyu understood this truth after checking it. The skill has improved another wave, and the 4-dimensional attribute of the skeleton warrior has reached 3400. The base attribute is increased by 20 points, which is magnified by 20 times, and the final result is an increase of 400 points. All changes were largely expected. Only the corpse bursting skill that was just obtained is still level 1 and has not changed. Why? Lin Moyu felt wondering why its soul flame and summoning skeleton warrior skills had improved. The corpse burst skill has not changed. He couldn't figure it out. This situation is not within the scope of his knowledge and touches on the blind spot of knowledge. If Ning Yi is there, maybe she will know. Lin Moyu thought of Ning Yi, this cute girl who likes to play pranks and can talk non-stop. I also know much more than myself. If she does, ask her. Temporarily pressed the doubt in his heart and continue to move towards the depths of the quest. There are 8 passages in the mine copy, each of which is connected to each other. It looks like a maze, but these channels will eventually converge. Lin Moyu evenly distributed the skeleton warriors in each passage, and not a single monster was spared. The increase in experience has pushed his rank steadily up. The efficiency is much faster than in the outside world. When he walked out of the passage, the monsters in the passage had been completely swept away. Level 11, 32.22%, almost a third complete. It takes only half an hour before and after, and the efficiency is very high. Chapter 24, The Mine Wolf King. The elite leader enters the second half of the quest after passing through the labyrinthine mine. As far as the eye can see, there is a huge passage that is thousands of meters long. The passage is flanked by cell-like rooms. There is a huge iron gate outside the house, which looks like a prison from a distance. The cries of wild beasts continue to come from inside, echoing through the huge passages. In addition to the bloodthirsty smell, there was a fishy smell in the air. A huge monster stands in the middle of the road. This monster looks like a wolf and dog, and its height is more than 1 meter just by lying on the ground. If you stand up, the overall height can exceed 3 meters, the body length is more than 5 meters. The detection technique fell on the monster like a breeze. Mine Wolf King, Elite Boss, Level 15. Strength, 2000, Agility, 2000, Spirit, 1000, Physique, 2500. Skill, Roar. Lin Moyu encountered a boss-level monster for the first time, and he is still an elite leader. Although the 4-dimensional attribute is still not as good as the skeleton warrior, it is much stronger than other mobs. Even the boss's attribute has reached this point. It seems that the final quest boss attribute will be even more powerful. But it shouldn't surpass the skeleton warrior, otherwise no one will be able to fight this copy. It's normal for a copy of Nightmare difficulty to have this level. Generally speaking, those who have the ability to raid the Nightmare difficulty dungeon will definitely exceed the level of the quest itself. An elite team of 5 people may have an average level of 17 or 18. And the equipment cannot be too bad, and the skills cannot be too bad, otherwise, it would be impossible to fight the Nightmare copy. A level 10 copy of a Nightmare like Lin Moyu is unique in history. Affected by the detection technique, the Mine Wolf King awakens from his slumber. It stood up slowly, and the huge wolf body exceeded 5 meters. Lin Moyu and the skeleton warrior were not even as tall as its legs. The bloody red wolf looked at Lin Moyu, exuding a bloodthirsty aura. A terrible sense of oppression swept through the body. Up. Lin Moyu gave the order. 56 skeletons rushed towards the Mine Wolf King like lightning. The Mine Wolf let out a roar violently, and the skill exploded. A strong shock wave erupted from its mouth. The more than 30 skeleton warriors who rushed to the front were shook into the air. The mine walls on both sides shook, and countless rubble fell. Lin Moyu, who was standing dozens of meters away, felt the rushing waves, and a hint of surprise appeared on his face. This skill is a group skill, and it has a shock effect. It was also the first time he had seen a skeleton warrior being shocked. The skeleton warriors were shocked and flew and fell to the ground one after another, crashing into the rock wall. Looking a little embarrassed, Lin Moyu did not have the slightest worry on his face. He could feel that the skeleton warrior was just being shocked into the air. In fact, the damage is not great. The physique of 3,400 points is not fake. The skeleton warrior's defense is already very strong. The skeleton warrior quickly got up and rushed towards the Mine Wolf King again. The slight cracks generated in the attack just now also quickly disappeared at this time, and they had recovered in the blink of an eye. The soul fire is still vigorous. Use skills. Rage hit. Those skeleton warriors who were not shocked had already rushed to the Mine Wolf King, and their big knives flashed red and slashed up. Chapter 018. You are listening at NaNovelFull.Audio. Blood splattered, skin and flesh bloomed, and bones were visible deep in the wound. The Wolf King screamed repeatedly. There were many skeleton warriors who jumped high and came directly to the Mine Wolf King, and the knife was emitting red light to launch skills. This scene is very similar to the picture that Lin Moyu saw when he changed jobs. This is how the skeleton warriors hacked the dragon to death. The Mine Wolf King is not as big as the dragon, nor is it as powerful as the dragon. The skeleton warrior has a higher attack power than it is, and each sword can deal considerable damage. The Mine Wolf King rolled like crazy, and his huge body kept crashing into the rock wall of the mine, in a vain attempt to throw off the skeleton warrior on his body. The skeleton warrior's palm firmly grasped its flesh and blood, and it was difficult to shake off. The skeleton warrior on the ground also chased after it, and a knife landed on its leg. The big knife fell on the bone, making a metallic sound, and the Wolf King screamed even more. Its claws slapped on the skeleton warrior, and the huge impact struck the skeleton warrior away. The skeleton warrior was not seriously injured, and ran back in a blink of an eye. It bites with its mouth, but its teeth break apart. The skeleton warrior's physique is as high as 3,400, which is extremely strong. What's the use of being big? Damn it or die. Lin Moyu looked at this scene and felt something in his heart. Although the huge body shape brings a stronger sense of oppression, more strength, but at the same time it becomes its weakness. As long as the defense is not strong enough, it cannot block the attack of the skeleton warrior. The result can be imagined. In just a few seconds, the Wolf King was already on the verge of death. Roar. Another violent roar. The Mine Wolf King launches the skill for the second time. This time it used full force. The shock effect carried by the roar skill is also used to the limit. The shock wave swept down, and finally shook out those skeleton warriors on their bodies. Even those skeleton warriors around him were shocked to fly together. The skill attack power is average, but the effect of Jinfei is really good. Lin Moyu looked at the skeleton warrior who flew out like a heavenly girl, and her face was expressionless, looking at the skill. In fact, the skeleton warrior did not take much damage. Sure enough, those skeleton warriors rolled after falling to the ground, and then ran back one by one. The Mine Wolf King suddenly turned around and limped towards the passage. Escaped. Chapter 25, Second Deal. At present, the strongest group attack skill, Lin Moyu, was slightly stunned, and he was unexpected. The leader of the quest even fled. The Mine Wolf King fled into the passage, roaring all the way, as if in response to its cry. Wolves roared in the passage, something doesn't seem right. Lin Moyu felt that there was something wrong, and did not let the skeleton warrior chase, but let the skeleton warrior retreat to his side. Crunch. Crunch. The iron doors on both sides of the passage were opened with its roar, and a bloodthirsty wolf came out from behind the door. Mine Wolf. Level 14. Strength 600, Agility 600, Spirit 200, Physique 1000. Skill, Biting. Under the detection technique, the information of these fierce wolves is at a glance. The attribute is not very strong, and it is weaker than the goblin mine guard in the mine, but there are too many of them, at least hundreds. So many fierce wolves rushed together, and the momentum was enough to make people's scalps numb. Lin Moyu was not afraid, although there are many fierce wolves in the mine. Their attributes are not strong, and their skeleton warriors are enough to deal with it, but he also thought of a question. How other teams deal with the wolves. He didn't believe that a team of 5 professionals could compete with so many fierce wolves. Looking at the surrounding environment and seeing the mine passage behind him, he immediately understood. The exit of the mine passage is not large, and at most one person can enter at the same time. Then as long as the knight can hold the passage, the healing aid is treated. The mage then attacks with the group attack skill. At most, it will take a little time to eliminate the wolves in the mine. Lin Moyu thought, well, other teams did this. However, one thing he did not know was that other teams would not encounter so many mining wolves. Generally, it is more than a dozen mining wolves. This has to do with the fact that he emptied the mine passage of all the monsters. Lin Moyu came to the mine copy for the first time, and he did not know this mechanism. Books don't have this kind of knowledge either, but then again, even if he knew, he would definitely clean up all the monsters. How could Lin Moyu let go of so much experience? As for the difficulty, is it difficult for him? From entering the copy until now, he has only commanded a few times in his heart. Not even a drop of sweat came out. So many mine wolves are a lot of experience in his eyes. The skeleton warriors circled in circles, firmly protecting the silence. The fierce wolves of the mine rushed over and collided with the skeleton warriors one after another. The mine wolf is very fierce and constantly bites at the skeleton warrior. The claws were like knives and fell on the skeleton warriors. Unfortunately, their attack power is not strong enough to deal enough damage to the skeleton warrior. Wait until all the mine wolves have arrived. Lin Mo's mind moved, and 5 of the skeletons simultaneously attacked a mine fierce wolf. Flesh and blood. The 5 skeletons were stabbed one by one, and the mine wolf fell to the ground screaming. Only 2 seconds later, kill a level 14 mine wolf. Experience plus 2800. Obtain wolf skin *3. The corner of Lin Moyu's mouth pulled out a beautiful arc. The palm of the hand lights up at the same time. The corpse bursts. With a loud bang, the corpse of the murderous wolf in the mine was detonated. Take 10% of the health of the mine wolf as the damage power. The explosion range is 1 meter, another 20-fold increase in talent. Within 20 meters of the corpse center, all enemies will take 200% damage from the corpse's vitality. This is equivalent to these fierce wolves to bear 200% of their own vitality. No wolf can afford it. Lightning deal. There is no doubt about the flash deal. Kill level 14 mine wolf. Experience plus 2800, get wolf skin *2, kill level 14 mine wolf, experience plus 2800, get bones *3. Kill level 14 mine wolf, experience plus 2800. Get wolf skin *. An instant, the prompt jumps out like a screen. Experience soars like a rocket launch. In the blink of an eye, the experience went from 32% to 72%, 1 attack, gain 40% experience. That's amazingly fast. Lin Moyu also secretly said that the corpse bursting skill was too strong, and it was terrifyingly strong, not to mention whether it can be compared with those forbidden spells of the mage. At least at the current level, this skill is invincible. At this time, the Mine Wolf King limped back with horror in its eyes. How can these subordinates of their own die in an instant? What happened to the explosion just now? With its wisdom, I can't figure it out. It happened at its feet were the corpses of several mining wolves. Treat it equally, you can taste it too.